Right, so this is I'm just wanting to say a file here which is just before the Stanley Parable 2 section. This is a slightly faster way of getting jump storage. You can get jump storage on either of the jump cycles, either the one in the first part of the new content, or in the second part of the new content. This one happens to be like a minute faster to get to. I'll do this one.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can...
Okay, so, to activate jump storage, we're going to go over to the jump circle in the back.
Spring up around them. Here we are. Go.
Right here. So for this to work, you need to have at least one jump left on your counter. You need to step into the ring. You press pause. Then either begin the game again or quit the menu, both work. And when you boot back to the original map, you can jump still. So, the jump is like a really bad jump. Don't really get much distance or height, but there is enough to break the game a little bit, as you can see. You have infinite uses of the jump, except on 3 maps. The 2 maps where there are jump circles, which is both halves of new content, and for some reason, Memories 2, or the Fig Leads memory, or the Stanley Figurines memory, also has a jump limit. We're guessing that's because there's some just copy-pasted code from another section of the new content there. So, like, there's a jump circle, in essence, in that map. But yeah, this lets you jump anywhere. Infinitely in most maps except 3, as mentioned. There aren't too many game-breaking things in this yet. You can get outward bounds in some maps, like Memories 1. You can get outward bounds in. But other than that, you can just, like, it's probably saves a little bit of time with some ILs. Like if you want to do recordings IL, you can jump over this and go down, rather than having to go around or up the ramp. Other than that, it doesn't really save much time elsewhere, other than just being funny. We've tried really hard in Memories 1 to make it work, but we think in most categories it's going to be slower, but it takes about a minute and a half to set up. Yeah, it requires you to quit out of Stanley Parable 2, and it takes a minute and a half to get there. So it'll lose about a minute and a half to set it up, and then go back in and finish Stanley Parable 2. But probably save sides and ILs, because you can do stuff like jump onto the railing, and then, like, you know, jump your way up rather than take the stairs if you have good movement. The one thing that it does really help on is catwalk skips. It like makes catwalk skips way easier than their old counterpart. In the original Stanley Parable, you could kind of just wiggle onto the catwalk and across the catwalk railings. Just skip having to wait for them to rise. But they made that harder in this game. I think mainly because engine operates differently. but with a jump, it's way easier to perform.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
This also technically saves a lot of time. I don't even know a lot of time, maybe like a second in the bottom of the mind control facility room aisle.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I've not adjusted all aisles and endings to this yet. There's probably some, times days about like jumping over things or whatever. So you can jump over this, get this ending faster. Alright, believe you can. Yep.
Made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
You can get that faster. I'll have to walk back to show the other ending. The railing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps,
but that one's a little bit more self-explanatory.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill Surprise.
Kill Surprise. As I was mentioning before with this ending, for like the all the mind control facility endings, the kind of the 2 and the bucket variants. So you mash click to hit this, and you jump up.
On an enormous room packed with television screens.
Down onto this.
Horrible secret that this place holds, Stanley thought to himself.
Wait.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Get this one, then jump down again.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so
then you sit and wait for this one.
to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
Then you can jump over this, and you don't have to wait for this to open.
Couldn't be true.
Yeah, so that's a bit of time saved there from this too.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, so that's it, so like half a second. But yeah, that's the jump storage. It has some interesting uses. We're not sure about everything we use it for as yet, because the game's like 2 days old. But it's an interesting thing.